Cool.
All right, we start in like 2 minutes. Look at the booth. I got my son, dude. Laying it down.
3, 2, 1, off you go.
New year, new me. Every other race I've ever done, I have gone to the front and just tried to be as irrelevant as possible for as long as possible until I explode into a million pieces. Today's different. I'm gonna pace myself. I'm gonna take in my inner Dylan Johnson and see if I can pace this thing to a good, maybe top 10, maybe, I don't know. Who cares? We're just gonna have a good time.
I'm so very excited to show you this race. This is the third time I've done the Rock Cobbler. It's one of my favorite races on the calendar. I got to have a booth, brought my son. It's the start of a huge 3-week trip, and really my first start of the season. Now, this is the Boulder. It's the newest version of their route. So there's the Cobbler in blue, and then the Boulder, you can see in red, just has this extra out and back, but it's a huge climb up to the snow. And there was only 50 spots available for this bigger one. The promoter was a little bit afraid that people weren't gonna be able to finish in time. It was gonna get dark and that sort of thing, and you're on private property a lot of the time. So only 50 spots available. We got in. This is kind of the course profile. It's a lot of super punchy, steep stuff, basically on no roads, within a huge climb up to the snow. The start, foggy, relaxed. It's pretty chill. There are hitters here though, at which I kind of hoped there wasn't going to be, but Peter Stettner was racing it.
You know, we all signed up for this one because you weren't supposed to be in it. And now you're here.
Sam made me do it.
Well, okay.
Yeah, it's his fault.
Now, as you saw in the title, and this whole story of this race is about how this was my best ever finish in a calendar gravel race, because I'm pacing. Now look, usually I'd be at the front drilling it. Dude, I stopped and threw this jacket into this truck, which I don't even know if they were a part of the event. I never got that jacket back. But I am pacing myself. Unlike I've ever done any other race I've ever done, is that I just try to go to the front and be as relevant as possible for as long as possible. This one, dude, I'm chilling. This guy's got a freaking like ice chest on his bike. And so then, look, we need to start moving up a little bit because we're pretty far back. We're about 25th. And let's just get the vibe of the course.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hey, we're top 10. All right, we're pacing really, really well. But yeah, feel great right now. But we are also like 1 mile into this thing.
We'll talk a little bit here about the bike, which is literally the same exact bike that I rode last year. I mean, down to like, I don't even think I changed anything on it. It's the same tires, it's the same chain, it's the same cassette. I probably need to do like a fresher up on everything. But we're running 42s, we're running a suspension fork, we're running a dropper post, a 1x, a 46 to an 1152, which I actually forgot that I wanted to go down in the front from last time. And so I should have ran a 44 or even a 42 in the front, but the 4652 was good enough for the power that I had brought to this. And I'm going to talk about this later on in the video, but your boy has gotten sick. I've put on 30 pounds, 30 pounds in the last 2 years. So it's a little bit different racing now with so much mass on me. And that's another reason why I'm coming into this just with a different outlook. I don't really feel like I want to be super competitive, and honestly, racing has just gone past me, to be real. The competition at just any basic level race is just insane. And so I think America, as in a cycling sport, is hitting it all-time high, but not in the way that people would think. Road riding, road racing, it's not totally where a lot of people's focus is. And so you're getting just insane talent coming and racing these races. So what do I want to do? I want to be able to tell good stories. You know, obviously I'm competitive, but I need to change the way that I'm racing. I need to race to my strengths, and my strengths are kind of more endurance based. So you can see that I'm letting huge gaps open up. Also because the drafting here is basically pointless. With how technical everything is and how steep everything is, you don't need to be right on someone's wheel, you know. So then look at the kind of gap that I was able to close just with good tactics, good pacing. I didn't need to burn all these matches to stay with these people. Dude, I caught that guy off like a, 15-second gap. And so trying to be more smart. Also, dude, my bike setup is freaking dialed, dude, with the dropper post and the suspension fork. You could get yourself into some trouble because it felt so good, almost like a mountain bike, that I was rolling. Now, I did post a bunch of this over the last couple of years, and one of the main comments was always, "Oh, roadies are so stupid, just get a mountain bike. Oh, mountain bike, mountain bike, mountain bike." Okay, do you see that huge hole there? Dude, if you weren't paying attention, you could eat bananas. But so let's talk about the mountain bike thing. You could totally have ran a mountain bike, and I actually brought my mountain bike because I'm doing 24 hours in the old Pueblo the week after this, which is a 24-hour mountain bike race. So I had it with me. And to be honest, it was borderline equal. I don't think I would have been any faster or slower on the mountain bike. It would have been more comfortable maybe, but it's just like a give and take. There's certain sections where obviously I'm showing all the gnarliest stuff because it's kind of boring to show you the flat whatever stuff that like a road bike or a gravel bike is good on. So obviously I'm sort of manipulating the footage where if this is all you see and this is all it is, you're like, oh dude, a mountain bike's the way to go. But you know, to me, I have good enough bike handling skills where the gravel bike is my preferred method. But this course was so dynamic, which I love. I love when a course that you could run a road bike or a mountain bike or a gravel bike or whatever, and you're gonna hate it at some point and love it at some point. So, cows. I get close to a group. I don't know if this is the front group or not, but I give a little bit of an effort. Nothing too crazy, but I do have snot flying off my face. And so I try to bridge up to this group, which I don't know. And it turns out that this is the front group. This has Stettner, this has Tobin, this has a Mike's Bikes guy. I mean, this is it. This is the front of the group. These are the hitters. And I'm like, holy shit, dude, this is kind of sick. I think I'm like top 8 now. Definitely top 10. So can I stay with these boys? Am I good enough? So we're sitting 7th out of 50. Awesome. So let's just try to keep this chill. Let's not have any issues. Let's stick to the plan.
Whoa, that was cool.
Very slippy. Oh God.
No, that was not cool.
Mr. Sweet and I are in a group chat together, and I consider us homies. So like, he had an issue with his bike and he had to get it repaired. So he got kind of dropped out of this group because of an issue. Now I'm trying to chase this Mike's Bikes bro, which I don't know his name, but anyone on Mike's Bikes is going to be a hitter. I kind of do this little swoop action close up, but you know, Peter's left the chat. Peter's gone. Okay. He's out of here. And you know, maybe this wasn't the division for him. We got our boy Tony falling out due to a mechanical, which I want to talk about the mechanicals really deep here in a little bit. But I am doing my best to hang on to this group, but also not completely empty my tank. So, I mean, you see I'm doing 500 something watts, but now that I'm super big and heavy, it's honestly not that impressive. But let's just stick to the plan. Let's keep going.
Dude, we have so much to go.
So I'm vibing. Sometimes I feel really sketchy and just not in tune with my bike. Right now, man, I'm taking huge risks, and I'm just vibing, which is maybe too much.
Oh my God. Dude, I almost died.
There was many of these moments, but you can see here, you're supposed to go left, like this. I am going straight. And for whatever, I don't know how this happened, but I go off the cliff. My whole bike is off the cliff. I know that doesn't look like much, but it was much. I mean, my whole bike fell off the cliff and somehow just like yeeted itself back. So it's things like that that are just luck. And I had luck on my side. And then immediately I come to another section, which, back to the mechanicals, I broke my cleat. So I could not bunny hop. And I get to this position and I'm like, huh, great. Can't bunny hop. What do? I'm gonna lean back and pray.
Cool.
Now I have been getting so lucky. And I'm gonna just leave you off on this next little bit. Just want you to just suspend your animal rights comments for a second. But I just come across this herd of cows, and like soaring with the eagles, I galloped with the cattle.
Be one with the cows, become the cow, and you will graze among the heavenly grass fields for eternity.
I have no idea where I am. There's no way I'm on the fucking course, dude. Where am I? Dude, I have no idea if I'm on the course. Dude, that was wild with the freaking cows, man. We're not doing too bad right now, man. We're about 20 miles in, so 100 miles left to go. That was wild going down those descents, like full beans. So we got some food in us, some maple syrup, some fluid carbs, changed our battery. Dude, content creation is in full swing.
Now I connect with this guy and me and him battled for the rest of the day. So a couple things. One, the content creation, I don't want to dive into this. I don't want to like talk about how the sausage is made, but your boy makes some sausage. I had to change batteries 3 times during this. And I have a media mod. That's why it sounds so good, is that there's a mic on the GoPro, but you have to take that whole thing off to change the batteries. It's very difficult. I have a massive memory card of 512 gigabytes, but I shoot in 5.7K, like massive, to get just beautiful footage. I also have an ND filter, which changes things. Anyways, Dude, I had recorded almost the entire race. And that takes a lot of work, dude, to like think about when you're going to be able to change the battery, how you're going to be able to change the battery, what shots to get. So I'm very happy with how I'm doing that so far. We get to this little rest stop where the boulder is going to go left and the cobbler is going to go right. So this is the difference. Now we start to ascend this massive, massive climb. We're going to go way up to the snow, and we're kind of just settling in. This is a place where, you know, you can't win the race, but you could lose the race. So we're going to check in with my life bar. I've been pacing well, but I'm getting a little depleted. Okay, I've been eating right. Been trying out this Anderson's maple syrup. I've been crushing that. It's actually really, really good. Got some good fluid carbs with me. Got a bunch of ketones. We're rolling. So I'm going to talk about my weight in just a second, but the first thing is the mechanicals. Gravel has now been around long enough to where, look, mechanicals are just part of the game. That's it. You're going to have issues. Part of gravel racing is how to manage those issues. I have a broken right cleat. It's an issue. It is what it is. We're going to keep moving. Now on to this.
Brother,
2 years ago, I thought this was peak performance. Since then, I have added on close to 30 pounds of lean mass. It's actually wild. So this is new me, not sticks and bones. I've went from 155 pounds to about 185. Kind of depends on the morning poop, but this is me. I'm heavier. I am stronger. My watts are through the roof, but I'm heavier, and I'm paying for it.
There's snow. Almost there, almost to the top. And then we're not even halfway. Big day for today.
So I have had to bid fair due to my competitor who outclimbed me because, again, dude, I'm sticking to my plan. I'm not trying to stay with him. I'm not trying to flex, even though I've got biceps to flex now. I'm not doing that. Sticking to my plan. So I grab a Sprite, should be sponsored by Sprite. I had 10 of them and threw some chain lube on, and it was time to rip down. Again, the mechanicals, dude, is my bike sounding like it's going through a wood chipper? Sure. But everyone is going to be dealing with this kind of stuff. You know what I mean? It is what it is. I brought a vest. I was freezing. I honestly think I was getting slight hypothermia because my brain was no longer working. I couldn't think. I was so cold going down this descent. Is what it is. But I am able to get stock of where I am. Now, I don't know what position I'm in, but future me is telling you I'm in 6th right now. Present me thinks I'm top 10 somewhere. Because I kind of just let everyone go in the beginning, so I still know. I don't know if anyone's had mechanicals. I have no idea. But I'm able to now see behind me. You know, and is there a big group that's going to catch me? Are there some hitters that maybe had an issue and now they're coming for me? You know, how worried should I be about the people behind me? And it was good news. I don't really need to worry about a lot of these people behind me. There's a big enough gap, but I am feeling terrific right now. I haven't burned a single match, which is definitely different than times past. Now, you're going to see a lot of people because strangely, the course loops back in on the Cobbler. Now, they started 2 hours after us, so I'm about mid-pack with the Cobbler. And so anyone ahead of me potentially could have got in with a good group and it would be flying, but hate the game, not the player. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to try to get myself into a solid group and roll.
Okay, so I didn't know this, but we've now looped back onto the Cobbler. And then they started the waves differently, so now we get to ride. I get to ride with people. I'm not just rolling solo. So this is sweet.
So I'm now getting to ride with some people because I've kind of been in no man's land for a little bit. And look, I don't care what position you are. Give some encouragement when you're passing people. Be positive.
Good work, dude. Good work.
Be positive, Panda, because it honestly helps you to just like, I don't know, be nice to people. But it helps them too, like they're all stoked. Anyways, side rant. So we're now getting into kind of the cow path death section. Lots of talk about rain from this event. It did rain a ton the week before, but on this day was perfect. The mud, the dirt was like Velcro. It was very strange. It was super sticky. And so you were almost like stuck to the ground. You had unlimited traction, which felt amazing, but also kind of robbed a lot of your power. So you really had to be steady with the power. That was another big thing about pacing. Now, because I'm coming through the pack, right, can't really take the exact line that I want or ride the way I want. But also, I'm able to gauge what is ahead of me. I can see people right in front of me, like, dude, I can't. But either way, I enjoyed being able to ride through people. It did almost blow me up, though. We got freaking Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle here. It almost blew me up because I'm feeling so good that I want to keep passing people, right? I want to keep. It's like always a rabbit to catch. And so you feel like you're making progression, but dude, I'm not racing any of these guys. These guys are doing the Cobbler. I'm doing the boulder. And so I don't even know, am I passing anyone in my race? Who's in my race? I have no idea. I'm sure that there's number plates that I could have understood about, but dude, I have no idea who I'm actually racing. So I kind of started to turn up the aggression a bit and start to put a little more bit of an effort in, because again, don't know. But to show you just like how steep some of this stuff is, I mean, a lot of people are walking. Either way, bro, it's so beautiful out here.
The hills, so green, so beautiful, just insane. And now it's so warm. It's almost like hot. It's so crazy to go from snow to, freezing to death to then out here. Yeah.
Things are going quite well. Now, okay, did I pace myself? Super awesome. Yeah. And it would be easy to say, why don't you do this all the time? My rebuttal is that even though I did get the best finish I've ever had, I had no chance at a win because of the way I paced. So there's that. But still, we are sticking to the plan.
It's been really awesome catching all of the cobblers because it gives me some people to talk to and hang out with. And then now I've got a draft. Look at this. Whoa. I got hella friends, dude. It's awesome.
Grab myself some potato chips and, I'm eating them. Just do the salt, the sugar. Yum. Now the race is really going to be on, though. So I did use this group to catch my competitor, the guy in 5th, who in black, if you can see. Checking my life here. I am losing a little bit, but dude, I'm not empty. I'm not empty at all. I'm golden. But this dude, in black, you can see him there. He's 5th. I'm 6th. He was a hitter. I mean, he was really good. So I would get him in a few sections, and then he would pass me and drive away from me. And I was constantly just trying to get back onto his wheel. And so, because I was in this mind of pacing, it wasn't like surging with him, I wasn't staying on his wheel. But when we started to get into the road section where drafting is a thing, I kind of had to switch my mind to be like, okay, you can burn matches now. You're good. We're almost done with the race. And so I kept falling off his wheel. I'd get back on, I'd fall off his wheel, I'd get back on. And now the race is on. And look, top 5, how cool is it to say top 5? But if you get 6th, you're top 10. You know what I mean? So I want top 5. I really want top 5. And I'm staring at top 5. But then we get to this insane freaking hike-a-bike section, which is so wild that we're going 0 miles an hour. But the race is on. Like, me and him are fully racing right now. I gotta beat him. So it doesn't look like it, but this is the absolute peak of the race. I mean, if he gets over the top of this first, I'm gonna have a huge gap to try to make up. So I'm trying to hike. I'm trying to figure out how to throw my bike over my shoulder. I don't quite have the right, vibe here. But at the very top, he had a little bit of an issue clipping in, and I got a gap, and I went all in. So now we're on the final approach home. We're on the bike trail, and I don't know how close he is to me. I don't want to look back at all. And so I'm just kind of like head down, and I'm trying to just kind of empty the tank. But I have no idea that I am coming up on potential 4th place. Like, I just think, dude, sick. I got top 5, dope. But there's 4th place just ahead of me. And so then I'm freaking out. I'm like, bro, I've never been in a situation where I have gas. You boys got gas at the end of a race. And so I kind of look back at Tony, because he had an issue with his race, and so he had to go back and fix it. And then he came back out and helped me film, which was awesome because my GoPro died about an hour before the finish. So he's helping me get some shots, and I'm full TT mode. We're rolling. And dude, there he is. There's 4th place. I freaking kind of slingshot past him, and he's cracked. But maybe he jumps on my wheel. It's totally flat, so I am just digging so deep. This extra weight, paying dividends. You boys got some glute muscles, biceps, traps, tries, hamstrings, flying. So I'm feeling really good about this. And now I honestly can't believe that I'm in 4th. This is the best ever finish I've ever had in a calendar gravel race, like a real proper gravel race. We get to the finish, crazy sand whoop section, like, dude, don't fall, don't fall, don't fall, don't fall. Don't look like an idiot. Okay, sweet, we made it through. You, dude. Yeah, man. Dude, the best finish I've ever had in any gravel race. 4th. Dude, I don't even know how to have the words, man. I'm usually having to give excuses. That was the best ride of my life, dude. That was so awesome. And a huge thanks to my boy Tony for getting the footage, which I did not draft him, to be clear on that. My GoPro died the last like 20 miles. Dude, how annoying if I do the best I've ever done and I have no footage of it, and so I'm like, trust me, bro. Yo, dude.